Well, you know, Chris, all the rap noise and the violence associated with it is bringing our country to its knees, and we're not going to stand for it anymore. And we, the brown bags, have a plan to put an end to it all.
I want to talk about Nuri Martinez and her racist comments. And one in particular was she was talking about a little boy, little black kid. She was saying that she wanted to take the kid and somewhere and beat him in private or something. I listened to the audio. It's like really muted. It was on CBS Fox News or whatever, or CBS News. It wasn't Fox. It wouldn't be that responsible. They actually like that kind of stuff. Yeah, I'm not surprised that Nuri Martinez made those comments. Now, I used to live on the West Coast for like, 3 decades, and I ran into a lot of Latinos that, consider themselves straight white, and they have this kind of attitude. They'd be real stiff, and I kind of hated it because the way my voice actually sounds, a lot of people would come up to me and think I was like, I would be amenable to their, racist thoughts, or the fact that they're uber conservative. And they would just tell me about their love for like conservative things and all things red and Trump. And, I didn't have nothing to say about it. When I did, they'd get real ass hurt and shit about it and just act like I had betrayed them. And like when I heard those comments that she was making, I just kind of laughed and whatnot. I just knew it. A lot of Latinos have that, like, we're going to take California back and shit. It's going to become part of Mexico again, I suppose. I don't really know. It's weird because even every community, like, we never talk about it, but it's there. But every ethnic community has racism in it, okay? Even in the Spanish community, you have like, subsets of Spanish people that consider each other the N-word. And it's no different here. I just posit that Nuri's comments about the little kid make me angry. And I think she should incur a physical consequence for that. She should be given a physical consequence or whatnot. Because I was there for 3 decades, lived 3 or 4 lives there. I know that, you really should be paused when like one of their kids is acting up doing the most. I seen some Latin kids doing some crazy stuff. Had to confront them a couple of times. And it's like, they're like, I'll tell my parents and they'll come over here and shoot you, and all this stuff. And I got called the N-word and all this stuff. And the kid that said that regretted it the minute it left his lips. I won't go into what happened, but he regretted it heavily, and his mother apologized to me. And it's just crazy and whatnot. They're the same. They're a cracker too. I call it racist Latin people graham crackers. That's what I call them and whatnot. Because like a lot of times you're not even messing with them, and they feel the need to make you know that they're white. I'm white, man. Hey, I got white friends. I go hang out with the Proud Boys. Hey, they let me hang out there. They don't do nothing. And that's when I, back in the day, like the mid 2000s or something, I used to think to myself, like, what if all the black people just disappeared one day, not killed or nothing or anything, just that the white people couldn't see or interact with them in any way, or anybody racist couldn't interact with black people at all on any level in a society or otherwise, I thought that they would go crazy, but then I knew that the Latino community would take our place. The next darkest race would take our place. And, I have to hear unsolicited opinions about black people's work ethics, women being whores or loose and everything, while their women are a delicate flower and all. I know that's not true. And when I listen to Nuri Martinez, it just reminds me all the time some conservative, uptight prick like herself would come and talk to me about their beliefs unsolicited. I'm like, I'm not even saying anything. Why did you pick me to come over here and say your stuff to? Is it because of my appearance and the sound of my voice? It makes you think I would be an uber conservative. I am not. I'm a free thinker. I don't have a political affiliation. But I will say from the heart that Nuri Martinez needs to get these paws, man. She needs to get hands put on her for talking trash about that little kid. She need to be shook to her core, metaphorically speaking. I'm not speaking true, actual reality, but in my heart, deep in my heart, I feel like she should be given the shock and awe treatment of a lifetime, where she has paws walking around for a couple of years in polite society. I hate it. She herself talked about putting hands on a small child. Okay, and the kid's adopted father was a white person. That's a whole nother can of worms. She talked about that, and she talked about redistricting LA, to, shut out black people politically. I mean, they're doing it to themselves anyway. And the climate here in the West, is not conducive to the black community in any way. And we have to do some drastic things and whatnot. I posited decentralizing the actual community across the planet. And I am an advocate for that. I don't see any easy resolution. They're intent on muddying the waters and talking in circles and just mucking up everything with red tape. And then you have other groups like this, you have these guys, and then you have Asian Americans making themselves known, and everybody supplanting us and trying to keep us at the bottom of the barrel. But, cream rises to the top. And Nuri Martinez need to catch a fade, man. She need to catch a serious fade, like a two-piece, man. Like for at least a couple of years. Everywhere she goes, somebody should confront her about being a racist. And just yell at her, say, hey, racist. Hey, racist woman that wants to beat little children, that wants to attack little children and politically freeze out the black community of Los Angeles from having any real power. That was in her active agendas. She needs to catch a fade, man. There needs to be consequences. She needs to receive shock and awe no matter what. She should be a Sodom Rushdie in our community. But as you know, our community is fractured. And this is one of the reasons that these people, these graham crackers, I don't know, it's called like black, racist conservatives, blonkies. I don't know what to call a racist Latino other than a graham cracker. And she's the epitome of a fucking graham cracker. This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.